Welcome everyone to Pro Performance. Today, we're exploring how mortgage professionals can truly differentiate themselves, not by shouting louder, but by leveraging sharper positioning and smarter execution. I'm super excited about our special guest who embodies this approach. I want to introduce you all to Leslie Mota, founder and owner of Mota Mortgage Center in Cape Coral, Florida. Leslie has an impressive track record in the mortgage industry, having recently made the bold move from branch manager to launching her own independent mortgage brokerage. In just 14 months, Leslie has facilitated over 7.7 million in loan volume with a super impressive focus on purchase business. Over 7.4 million of her volume has been purchase transactions. That is 24 successful transactions helping families achieve homeownership in a challenging market. What makes Leslie's perspective particularly valuable is that she's building her business from the ground up in today's competitive environment, using cutting edge tools and strategies that any mortgage professional can implement. Leslie, thank you so much for joining us today. We are super excited to learn from your journey and your insights.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yeah, and before we get started, I want to take a second to kind of zoom out and look at the partner promise that today's topic is tied with. So at Rocket Pro, we're guided by our 10 partner promises. They're real practical commitments to the independence, growth, and the transparency all of our partners deserve. These aren't just words, whether you're a current partner or exploring our community, these promises is how we show up to you every single day as an ally to the broker community. Today's session is going to focus on our new partner promise, number 7, human expertise with the speed of AI. With this promise, we're saying that the future of mortgage isn't about replacing brokers with technology. It's about combining your unique, deeply human expertise with the power of AI and data-driven tools like Rocket Pro Navigate so you can move smarter, serve clients better, and stay ahead of the curve in a dynamic market. We know that your judgment, your guidance, your relationships, those things are irreplaceable. So AI-powered tools are here to amplify your abilities, not replace them. This promise means faster insights, better market intel, and more confident client conversations from application to closing and beyond. Let's take a look at the outcome of today's pro performance and what you can expect. So, in today's session, you're going to be walking away being able to really describe the importance of differentiating yourselves, uh, putting effective brand positioning in a super competitive mortgage market. You'll be able to use insights from Rocket Pro Navigate to develop and tailor clear, compelling, client-facing value propositions. And you're going to learn how to develop an approach or a plan that really supports your personal brand visibility and makes you a trusted mortgage broker right ahead of this purchase season. So now that we know where we're headed, let's explore what it truly means to stand out in a crowded market. So, Leslie, I am super fascinated by your journey. You went from a branch manager to opening your own independent mortgage brokerage. What inspired the transition, and what's been the most surprising part of building your own brand in today's market?
The real reason why I did it, I wanted to have full control on how I served my clients and my referral partners. I wanted the ability to build systems that truly supported that vision that I had. I wanted to operate with intention, clarity, alignment, not just volume. I think all in all, what's been most exciting and most surprising is I was like, how do I do this? And what is my brand? And come and find out my brand is myself. It's my voice. It's how I show up every single day for my clients and my referral partners. But that being said, having that plan and that idea of starting a brokerage is all fine and dandy, but it's overwhelming. And I really didn't know how I was going to execute it all. But thankfully, Rocket Pro played a critical role in giving me that confidence to take the leap. When I reached out to Rocket Pro, At first, I was a bit hesitant about, hey, how do I do this? Can they assist me? Will they be able to help me? And guess what? You guys did. You guys made me feel less intimidated by the entire process because I mean, the broker application, the paperwork, dealing with MLS, to start the brokerage, making sure everything was set up properly for your LLC and Sunbiz, all of that is so overwhelming and complex. But Rocket Pro didn't just support me, you guys actually guided me through the entire process. And once I was up and running with Rocket, because you guys gave me such great guidance and support, I was able to leverage that experience and that knowledge you guys gave me to apply at other wholesale lenders and do my application and my broker applications with them. So you guys helped me get in through the door, but you also made it easy for me to be able to do applications with other wholesale lenders.
I love that. That is really great to hear. And I think a lot of our partners don't understand that we really can help every step of the way from licensing, compliance, technology, getting every single tool and resource that you need to get started. That's what we're here for, to help you scale and grow your business. And opening a mortgage brokerage, especially right now, not the easiest thing in the world. Um,
Yeah,
I,
no,
I,
absolutely.
I'm super happy that you had a good experience. But you're in Florida, and Florida's market super competitive. So my question is, with your new brokerage, how are you positioning Mota Mortgage to stand out, and what matters most to your borrowers today?
Well, I feel that standing out today is not necessarily about being louder. And trust me, I can be loud. I'm Dominican. But it's definitely about being much more clearer to your borrowers. They want to understand why you're the right fit. Not, I mean, of course, people want a great rate, right? But it takes so much more than that. When you're dealing with your clients. Clients don't just want to know, hey, this person can give me a good rate. Can this person give me my needs, what I'm looking for? Are they listening to what I want? Are they going to be able to basically, for lack of a better word, marry me to that mortgage that's right for me? Because there's not one size fits all, right?
Right.
So I think that that's really what stands out with me and my clients is that I listen to them and I build their mortgage plan according to their specific needs.
I love that. Um, I guess my next question, when we think about really what matters most to your borrowers, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I would have to say what they want efficiency, they want clarity, they want trust, they want to know that what they are saying is being listened to and applied. I
Yeah,
would say, yeah, that's definitely the key I would say with most borrowers, but I know particularly with my borrowers, all those things definitely are the key.
so you're building trust with these clients. You're showing them exactly what they need to really be successful. I mean, with purchase transactions, you have over 7.4 million in purchase transactions. So how does this specific purchase focus, how does that shape your value prop?
I would say my value proposition is built around preparation, execution, right? Being ready before the buyer, the agent, or even the market even asks, right? That means I need to align my message with systems that translate that to the ability that buyers understand. So, for example, for my business, AI is a powerful tool. I use AI to make sure that the systems that I have built in place are consistent with me being human and offering my buyers that personal touch. I think too many people think, hey, if you're too reliant on AI, then it becomes robotic, right? You lose that human touch, the empathy. I disagree. I think it actually adds to the human
Hmm.
touch and the empathy because it allows me to be prepared so I can be 100% focused and 100% involved in the human part of it instead of trying to scramble to get all the answers for my clients. I'm giving them 100% undivided attention because I am leveraging AI to allow me to have these tools in place so I can do what Leslie does best and is bring the human touch to my clients and my borrowers and my referral partners.
I couldn't agree with you more. Like I think about my daily roles, and I'm talking to mortgage brokers, loan officers, processors, loan officer assistants all over the country. And you know what? Like AI tools have haven't replaced me, but they have been able to get faster answers, better
Mhm.
answers, clearer answers, and it just makes me more efficient. And I don't think, if anything, my relationships are getting stronger because I do
I
get to
agree.
spend that time actually listening to what they're saying. So when we talk about like listening and building that relationship, how do you build a strong referral network? I know that you're out there with real estate agents and you're building relationships. How do you consistently deliver results with your referral relationships?
I focus on showing up informed, aligned, being proactive. When you tell one of your referral partners, hey, I got it, you better indeed have it, right? I explain to them why I got it. I give them the market insights. I'm clear with my communication. I follow through when I say I'm going to do something. It's completely 99% of what I feel most people fail to do is to follow through, right? I also believe strongly in leading with something of value. So before I ask them, what can you do for me? Let me tell you what I can do for you. And that's something as simple as showing up at the open house and helping to prepare the house, cleaning the house for them. Trust me, done that. Showing up with their favorite cup of coffee because, of course, we all have social media. So we all look at Instagram and you see when they're driving through the drive-through at Starbucks and posting up their cup of coffee. You show up with that. I'm connecting them with my own network. Hey, you need an insurance vendor? I have that. You need a pool maintenance person? I got that for you as well. You really have to give them something of value. So they're like, okay, this person's not just trying to get something from me or using me. This can be a win-win situation. This can be an actual great partnership that I built with this person. So that truly is what helps and sets it aside.
Yeah, I say this to my team all the time. Every single phone call, every single email, every human interaction, you gotta bring something of value to the table. People are
Hmm.
moving so fast these days, and if you don't start with value, you don't have that chance to build that lifelong relationship. I think it's
Agreed.
so important, and that's part of the reason why we roll out things like our vendor marketplace, right? Like LOS, POS, website, anything you really need. We want to make sure as your partner, as your lender, that we're delivering you the most value possible. I love to see brokers putting that exact same concept into action in their careers. So when we think about where we're headed, and hopefully we're going to be heading into a booming purchase season, and it's starting to pick up right now. How
Yes.
are you positioning yourself to really impact your conversion this purchase season?
I believe that when your audience understands that your value before, ahead of time, it's easier for them to come to you. So what I mean by that is, for example, I use tools like Navigate ahead of time. That allows me to be prepared. And the way that I use Navigate is that I make sure that I really automate like templates, for example, right? So we all need templates to, letter of explanation. You got a condition that the underwriter has requested of your borrower. I have templates galore. Like I am the template queen. Thank God for, Navigate because I go in there and I have all my templates already preset. I even have my emails that I send out to clients for my pre-approval checklist for anything that I might need. I already have those emails templates already preset within my Outlook. So I'm not always from scratch writing an email. I can just go out to my email and email from an Outlook template that I've already created through Pro Navigate. I think when you do that and you're so prepared, then they're like, hey, I asked this person for pre-approval and told them and told this mortgage broker, hey, I'm ready to go. And within seconds, this person had an email to me with checklists attached with exactly something that applied to my specific needs, whether they were W-2, self-employed, a bank statement loan, whatever it is. I have all the templates in the world because I use Pro Navigate to help me be ahead of the game. So I'm not like, oh, talking to them and what do you need? Oh, hold on, let me write this down. And what did they say? Let me figure it out. No, okay, you told me you're W-2, this is what it is, and your husband's self-employed. Great. Here's the checklist that I need. Boom, 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 and it's done. So that really is what helps set it apart. That's really what keeps you proactive and where people are like, wow, they have their stuff together. They're so efficient. So yeah, definitely, I think that's the key.
I think so too. My team has a saying, TGVA. There goes Vinny again because I am always like we have a process, we have a template. Like let's use the tools inside of Navigate to make this easier for all of us. It's quicker, it's more efficient, it's better conversion, it's on brand. Um, that's the kind of support that really like drives efficiency is having the right
Absolutely.
tools and technology. It's a huge advantage. So let's talk about that a little bit. So I know that you're in Navigate, Rocket Pro Navigate, right? But you also use other AI tools. I guess my question is, what specific tools, what specific technologies are helping you scale while, still maintaining that personal touch?
I would say my go-to is definitely Rocket Pro Navigate. That's the primary platform that I use for market insight to help me create my templates. I don't know if many people know, but you guys have years and years, I think it's something over like 30, 40 years of mortgage information in your system. So, of course, when you tell Pro Navigate, hey, create this template, I have this scenario, how can I best address it? All the answers are there. But I do use that with tools like ChatGPT. And sometimes I'll start at ChatGPT and be like, okay, this is what I need, and definitely put in the prompt and the information that I'm hoping it to spit out. And it's pretty okay. I mean, ChatGPT is pretty decent. But when I go to Pro Navigate and marry that together, that's when it becomes something that's useful, something that my clients can relate to, that my referral partners can appreciate, because it really now translates it to mortgage language, right? And
Hmm.
that's not something that I believe that ChatGPT or any of those other AI tools can do. And Pro Navigate does that without question better than any other AI tool that I've seen. It really, really gives you what you need for your clients and for your business because it's totally mortgage based.
Yeah, I think one of the hesitations a lot of people have when they go into an AI system, I'm uncertain about what it's gonna spit out. And that's why it's so important to get in there and reiterate and leverage multiple
Mhm.
tools, right? Like Rocket Pro Navigate, it is based in that 40 years of like Rocket knowledge. So we can give you really, really great answers. We know the scripts, we know the things that
Yeah.
convert clients, but at the same time, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, like all of these different AI forms, they all have certain perks too. And it's really about using all of the tools to craft something that's perfect for you. And just like any other AI system, the more you use Rocket Pro Navigate, the more it learns, the more it understands the sort of answer you're looking for. Um, I think that's why a lot of brokers hesitate with AI. I'd love to know. What convinced you to adopt AI from day one?
I'm super OCD, so I definitely saw AI as a way to help me stay organized, be prepared. I feel that there's nothing worse than showing up for your client or your referral partners disorganized and unprepared. So AI was definitely a key for me. I saw that as a way of using it as a system, as a tool, and not as a script. And I think that that's where some people, and especially in our industry, are a little hesitant or afraid because they're like, hey, if I use AI, it's going to sound robotic. It's going to be like I'm reading off of a script. But the more that you use it and the more that you train it, it sounds like you. It becomes you, which is kind of scary, right? But it's amazing. It really becomes you because you're telling it, hey, this is what I need. This is how I'm thinking. These are the tools that I'm trying to create. This is the message that I'm trying to get across. This is the template that I need, and this is why I need it. So it gives you what you need for you. So it's not, if you try to use my AI for Vinny, it's not going to give what Vinny wants because you're trying to use my platform because it's talking like Leslie, it's thinking like Leslie. So I think that that's definitely the key. Like AI prepares me, keeps me focused, allows me to have again the human touch with my clients and referral partners. So it definitely is not something I'm scared of. If anything, I welcome it because the relationship is always going to come first. But in order for me to continue to be human with my clients and keep the relationship first, AI is definitely the key to do that because it frees up all that hesitant and that, oh my God, I don't know the answer to this. I don't have that tool. So sometimes your client is talking, and if you don't have the tools that you need and they're telling you, I need this, I need this, I need that, instead of being present, what you're thinking in your mind is, how do I get that? Oh my God, is this gonna be hard? Where do I find that tool? But you're like, hey, focused in the conversation and it's seamless and it's going back and forth because you're like in your mind, girl, I got that. Oh, she don't even know. Within 5 seconds after this conversation in your inbox, you're gonna have A, B, and C. And it's really how it works. I hang up the phone with my clients. I can get right into my Outlook, go to my email templates, boom. They have it within seconds. They're like, girl, you were not playing when you said I would have it within seconds. That's the power of AI. So it allows you to stay present.
Leslie, I'm curious. Before opening your own brokerage, when you were a branch manager, were you using AI and technology? Did that shape any of like your approaches on how you opened your brokerage?
Absolutely. I was using it already. Because as a leader, of course, your clients and you know everybody that you're dealing with wants something from you, right? So you can't just be like, hey, no, I'm trying to figure out how to do a template. Hey, no, I'm busy like trying to figure out what the market insight is. I'm trying to figure out how to use the system. You have to be there at a drop of a dime for everyone, right? So I'm like, okay, I need an assistant, and that assistant needs to be available 24/7 for me. So obviously it's not going to be a human assistant that's available 24/7. So AI was that assistant, was that tool that I used. However, when I started my own brokerage, then I just took it to a whole other level. That's when I really started implementing 100% of the templates and being proactive with that and creating checklists and creating email templates to use within Outlook. I mean, I've used AI, Vinny, for like everything. Trust me. I mean, even when I'm gifting my clients something, I will go ahead and go into AI and I already know like the thank you card that I want to give for them. But for example, right now, a lot of my client base, the majority is Spanish, and lately it's been an increasing Brazilian population. So I've used AI to translate stuff into Portuguese, but keeping my voice and my relationships with my client because AI doesn't do that, right? But using AI to write that thank you card on the gift that I'm going to give them on closing days. I mean, listen, just like your team makes fun of you, my 19-year-old makes fun of me. He's like, Mom, I thought you would be lonely when I went away for college, but I see that AI is your new kid. And I'm like, yep, and AI is cheaper because it doesn't ask for Starbucks. It doesn't want to go shopping.
I love that. AI is my best friend. That's what I
For
think some
real.
days. So we talk about the tools and the technology. I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and really talk about, I guess, how it applies to positioning your brand. So when we think about like Rocket Pro Navigate specifically, and you've said this a few times before, how you're using it to translate things to Spanish, but how do you make sure that when you're using Rocket Pro Navigate, that your brand reflects you and you're really set up for success ahead of the purchase season?
Again, I think it's everything that we've discussed earlier is using all those tools to implement. I don't know if many, folks here joining us today are aware, but within Rocket Pro Navigate, you can create your own AI tool. So within Rocket Pro Navigate, I have my own personal Mota Processing Pro. That's the name of it. And I use that all the time. When I tell you all the time, to the point that I use Rocket Pro Navigate to allow me to work loans that are not within Rocket. And I think that that's the other key. People are like, well, if I use Rocket Pro Navigate, I can only use it for my loans at Rocket. I am leveraging Rocket Pro Navigate to allow me to work my loans that are at other wholesale lenders for whatever the reason is. And that is so important and so keeps me so proactive. And it's funny because I'll be speaking to my AEs at the other wholesale lenders, and I'm like, I just want you to know you might want to write a check to Rocket because I figured this out using Rocket Pro Navigate. And they're like, oh my God, there she goes again. But no, but seriously, it has helped me all over with my business and not just when I'm doing business with Rocket. And I think that that is so powerful because I hear too much with other colleagues, with other wholesale lenders, how they feel sometimes confined and don't know for the answers. That's the great part about Rocket Pro. You guys really, really are a partner that wants to see us grow, whether or not you have the loan. And I think that's truly, truly amazing. And it's the key that Rocket Pro is not just there to use within Rocket. You guys want us to use it to grow our business and better ourselves, even if that means while we're working alone at another wholesale lender.
Yeah, we one of our isms, every client, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. And that really applies to our partners as well and their clients specifically. We want to earn your business every step of the way, absolutely. But sometimes a loan just doesn't work. But we want to make sure you're set up for success. So our tools can be used for anything, right? It not just specifically for Rocket Pro. And I think that is so important that our partners and everyone out there listening today that like Navigate is built for loan officers, mortgage brokers, processors that are in the community, not just for the ones sending us 100% of their business. Like we want you to use this for every single loan because it's built off of 40 years of industry knowledge and sales conversations. And we know it helps you grow your pie, right? Like we want to
Mhm.
see you have more loans come through the door. We want to see you have more transactions, more referral relationships, more partnerships with CPAs, builders, real estate agents, whatever it is. And all of these tools are to help you create the processes around it. So I guess before we get into really looking at the technology and kind of showing our listeners today what this looks like, I have one last question. I would love to know specifically when you're leveraging AI so efficiently every single day, how do you ensure that that human touch is still there?
Again, I would say AI AI allows me to build transparency with my clients, my referral partners. Um, Being transparent and being present is what allows me to have the human connection, right? Because again, it takes away using AI, having all these tools, being prepared, leveraging AI to allow me to be prepared removes any lack of confidence, removes any doubts, removes any friction that they may be, because it allows me to be present with my clients at all time. Again, AI is not speaking for me at all. Leslie is speaking for me. I'm still Leslie. I am still coming to the table. I am still showing. I'm the one that's showing up through the door at an open house. I am the one that's still hosting a home buyer's workshop. I am the one that's still showing up at closings with that gift. AI just allows me to have all the tools necessary to marry my personality to show up all the time, undivided attention, and be human. So AI is a strong and amazing, powerful tool. And I always say, if you're not using AI to grow your business, to leverage your business, to grow your brand, you're not growing. You really are not. The fear needs to be removed that AI is robotic and is going to take over. There might be a lot of jobs that AI can take over, but AI is never going to take over the human part of it. And if anything, it allows you to continue to be present in a community in a time that, yes, a lot of it is robotic. A lot of it is AI coming to the table. But if you learn to leverage that to build your brand, your voice will never disappear. If anything, it becomes that much more valuable and powerful.
Couldn't have said it better. I think we should show everyone how you're using this technology.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. So on the screen, what you'll see is Rocket Pro Navigate logged in. So my question for you, Leslie, what are your specific use cases? Let's show them how you use this in action.
Go ahead and put create a letter of explanation for an employment gap for the past 30 days due to a medical emergency.
All right, now this comes up on your screen. What are you doing? Are you copying and pasting it? Are you reading it over and kind of reiterating it? Are you throwing it in another engine? Tell me about that process.
Well, I'm looking it over. I mean, sometimes it's just plain and simple is good to go, and you can copy and paste it. I'm looking it over and I'm saying, okay, this is great. Or I'll be like, let's see with this one. I'm writing to explain a brief implementation. Okay, that's all good. During the period experience and medical emergency they required. That's all good for me. I am pleased to report. All right, awesome. And then what I would add to this one, let's see, should I am pleased the gap was an isolated incident in my otherwise consistent work history. So I would say my otherwise consistent work history, as you can see from my application, I have been at my current employer for over 10 years. And I would add something that makes it more human and relates specifically to my client.
Okay.
And there you go.
Now you're in Florida, so I
Mhm.
and you said it a few times during this webinar that a lot of your clients might be native Spanish speakers, right? Uh,
Correct.
you're using this to translate to Spanish as well.
Absolutely. So I start off with it all in English. I make sure I make any edits to it in English, that it's nice and that it's clear. And then I'll go ahead and say, okay, now translate to Spanish.
I love that.
I love
Uh,
it too.
and and I it's so important because the mortgage accuracy, the guidelines paired up with the language transition, it can be such a powerful tool because if there's one thing that there's lacking in the market, it really is multilingual mortgage marketing documents. And just
Hmm.
imagine being at that table and English isn't your first language, the amount of trust that you can build with someone and really help them understand that you are here to help them every step of the way. And if we need to take this marketing material or these emails and translate them to Spanish, we can do that in a matter of seconds to make you feel more comfortable and to ensure that you understand everything that's going on with the mortgage process. I think that's huge.
Absolutely. And Vinny, just to add to what you just said, I use Rocket Pro Navigate not only for those letters of explanation, but I have templates that when I send out to title companies requesting the title docs, they're in Spanish as well. So if my client is copied on the email, they can understand. When I am requesting homeowners insurance quotes, they're in Spanish as well. When I'm breaking down even the loan estimate and the closing disclosures, of course, you have to be careful and how you're explaining it to them because all the technology can be so overwhelming. I power, AI to help me break it down in not only in their language, but in terminology that I know that they're comfortable with. Because of course, we know all the terminology, right? When it comes to mortgage, not everyone that's buying a house can understand that. And what's the interest rate? What's the APR? And what does this mean? And what is the 3-day cooling off period? What am I cooling off and why? I use all of that within AI to help me empower my client and show that they can trust me, that I'm being 100% transparent, and that there's nothing that they're signing or reading that they cannot understand. I mean, even the certifications of authorization for the borrowers, I have those in Spanish as well. So they're comfortable when they're signing off on those documents. So absolutely, again, AI, using it as a tool to help maintain that human part of the transaction.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And um, it just simplifies everything. I think we think of AI as this massively complicated technology system, and in some ways it is, but it is approachable and it's easy. You just got to dive in and you got to try it. And we could talk about this all day, and we could go through all of the ways that you're building processes and building your brokerage and scaling your brokerage by weaving AI into every part of it, but we're almost out of time. So I would love to bring everyone back together for a quick review on what we went over today. So we had three core principles, and really what we wanted to accomplish here today, and I think, Leslie, you did a fantastic job, is we want to make sure that you differentiate yourself and create an effective brand. And that's by making sure you have a template, right? A template for everything that weaves your brand and voice in every email you send, every conversation you have. Um, we want to make sure that you guys walk away knowing insights like how can I use Rocket Pro Navigate to develop clear and compelling client-facing value props. And I think the biggest one for me is that you're able to go in there and you create all of these custom apps, Leslie. How long does it take you to create those apps?
No time, seriously. I mean, I would say, depending on what you're creating, I'm up and running and have everything on most times less than 10 minutes, to be quite honest.
I love that. Absolutely love it. And the last thing is uh, we want everyone to walk away knowing how to develop an approach or a plan that really supports your growth and your brand and who you are. And I think that you have done an absolutely stellar job, Leslie, from
Thank you.
reaching out to us, us helping you open a brokerage, getting you the tools and the technology you need to not only create relationships with us, but with real estate agents, with your community, with other lenders. That's really what it's all about. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here today, to for being on Pro Performance. We would have you back anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we wrap up, I wanted to turn these ideas into concrete, actionable commitments that anyone watching this right now can apply. So the first one, log into Navigate. Log into Rocket Pro Navigate right when you hop out of here. It's the first and most immediate step you can take is logging in. That's where you really start to understand it. It's where you're going to figure out what are the competitive advantages that this technology can give you, the real data, the market insights, the buyer specific guidance. The second one, make sure you know how to define your value. you need to be clear on who you are before you ever start marketing. What is your mission? Why are we doing this? Why am I helping people home? The third, get in there and start creating templates. It's easy, and you will have to reiterate over and over and over again, but build those custom apps, create a template for whatever it is, the initial contact, the follow-up, the happy birthdays, the happy anniversaries, all of those things can be created so simply. So those are our three actionable commitments. Now, before I let you all go, there's one more thing, and that's what's coming up next in the Pro Performance series. So the next one is zero cost marketing, how to get local, press, and grow your reputation. Because most brokers, they don't need more ads, they need more trust. In this specific session, we're going to show you how to build real local credibility without spending all of that money on marketing or hiring outside help. Um, Everything from like local press mentions to community recognition to strategic collaborations. We are going to be breaking down how all of that works and spark a little conversation with a couple guests. So, Leslie, thank you again for joining us today and
Thank you.
everyone for watching and tuning in to today's Pro Performance. I hope to see you at the next Pro Performance on February 12th. Thank you.